Welcome to Blossom Banter, a behind-the-scenes look at the race, community, and traditions that make Cherry Blossom the runner's rite of spring. I'm Sharon.
And I'm Los.
And today we are joined by an incredible lady, one of our 2026 race ambassadors. This is Katie Dallimore. Welcome, Katie.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm doing well. It's a very cozy day, and I love those days.
Yeah, it was a good day to be at home today.
Yes.
Yeah, or on a podcast.
Or on a run.
Course.
Did you get a run in today?
I did. It was on the treadmill.
Nice.
That's okay.
Nice. I am pro go on the treadmill if you feel like outside isn't doing it for you.
Sure.
I'm very in favor of that. A mile's a mile. It counts.
However you need to get your run done, I support it.
Yeah.
I hate the treadmill personally because when I was deployed on the ships, I'd have to run and I'd be on a treadmill, and if I was marathon training, doing 20 miles on a treadmill is not fun.
No,
Yeah.
that sounds really, really difficult.
Yeah.
But mental training.
It is.
Right?
Oh, yeah. It was a lot of mental training.
Yeah.
Luckily, like all the treadmills in the gym on the ship had a TV in front of them. So like
Okay.
I'd put on a movie and there were subtitles and I would just zone out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it weird, like when you're moving on a ship, but also
Yes.
moving in a different direction?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, luckily, they were smart enough to kind of put the treadmills in a forward back way. So like it was more just you'd get hills essentially, because if you'd hit a wave, would go up, and so your gravity's pulling you down. So you're like, it feels more like a hill. But then as the ship comes down and you get lighter, you're like, it feels like a downhill. So
Oh my God.
I never have thought about what running on a ship must be like, but that's kind of cool. Is it weird that it makes me want to try it?
I mean, it's an excuse to go on a cruise.
Yeah. Have you seen there are like people who will run on
around the track.
cruise ships and like their GPS gets all wonky because the ship is moving and it's like, you ran a 30-second mile. It's like, no,
no. I've seen that. Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Yeah. No. But enough about us.
Yes, and about our preferences. Do you want to tell us a little bit about kind of your running story and what made you want to be an ambassador?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I started running, I ran a 5K with my dad when I was like 7 years old.
Okay.
He was very into running and still is. Both my parents do. And it was always kind of his thing to begin with. But I was like, a 5K. Like, it was around like our local little lake for my elementary school. And I went out with him at my side like a bullet from a gun. And
Classic.
I never ran ever in my life. I grew up dancing.
Okay.
So no running involved there. And I immediately, probably after like 200 feet, slowed down, walked the entire thing because I just couldn't keep up with my initial start.
Yeah, that pace is hard to maintain for a whole 5K at that age.
And he had a tough time just having to walk alongside his very young daughter as a very like quietly competitive man.
Sure. Absolutely.
Who can run far faster than that. So after that, I had not ran nor had any interest my entire life. In high school for the mile test, I would walk it and talk to my friends. Like I didn't have a single urge.
Relatable. I'm pointing to myself because,
it was the best gossip time. You know, no one's near you. Everyone else is way ahead. And so we would just talk and get a bad grade for that. But that's fine.
Sure.
And I passed gym in other ways. But I started going to the gym and doing like HIIT workout classes after college. And then the pandemic happened. And I didn't have any other way to work out, and it had become such a part of my routine, some me time, some relaxation, that I kind of realized, okay, I can run or I can stay in my apartment and be restless and frustrated.
Yeah.
So I started running. I was living in Capitol Hill at the time, and it was kind of just, let me try and go like to the mall and back. Can I make it to this museum? Can I make it all the way to the monument, the Washington Monument? And little by little, I was starting to hate it less.
Yeah.
And I was also going a little bit further.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, actually, it took a long time. This took months. But I could do like a run from my apartment to like Lincoln and sometimes around the Tidal Basin and then back. And was like, look at what I've accomplished just by building up all these miles.
Yeah.
I got crazy runner's knee.
Oh, okay.
All kinds of aches and pains because I did not know how to increase mileage appropriately.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
it was pretty amazing to see like, oh, if I really stick with this, I can actually make real distance. And I felt really proud of myself when it felt like everything in the world was chaos. That was like one little thing I had going for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of people's story who found running through the pandemic because it was the only thing you could do. You could go outside, you could social distance and still get your fitness goals done and
be unplugged
and
not and give your mind a chance to kind of feel free and not necessarily so focused on all the noise.
Yeah, for sure. And when are you going to run around the mall and it be warm outside and see hardly anybody?
Right.
Yeah, it's never going to happen again.
No.
I bet that was incredible. I wasn't living in DC at the time, so and I had previously lived in DC, so I know how crowded it gets. I can only imagine just like only seeing one other person out there in the middle of the summer. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. It was insane. It was very cool. It was cool to see everything be so still and quiet and see a few other runners out there. Some I could tell it was not that their pandemic thing. They've been doing it for a long time. We're probably very much enjoying it. And then I would see, runners with their strollers who forever blow my mind. And I was seeing them at races too.
Yeah.
The coolest thing.
Yeah.
I think once I was passed by a woman with a double stroller. That was humbling.
Wow.
I'm blown away.
and depending on the race here in DC, it's not, or even a training route, there's a lot of hills. DC is sneaky hilly.
It is.
And to push a double stroller, like, because she had to train for the race, right? Or whatever she was doing. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
To push two tiny humans while running. Yeah.
And like keep them entertained. And
that's the other thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Women are amazing.
Yes. Yes, they are.
No arguments for me. There were no arguments for me. Women are amazing. That's on the record.
Well, what was it like to be chosen as an ambassador? And what does being a Cherry Blossom ambassador mean to you?
So it was very surreal. I don't think I expected it.
Yeah.
I was also in the middle of my like pre-marathon freak out for the Berlin Marathon. And I got the call the day before I left. So I was in my bedroom surrounded by clothes and gels and sneakers and just thinking like, how am I going to get all of this in a suitcase and make sure I don't lose it? My carry-on is nowhere big enough. So I was like, I have to put my sneakers and at least my race day outfit in my carry-on.
Such a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But I had no room for anything else. So it was like in the middle of all of that chaos. And then to be told was very surreal. I didn't think that was the call. I just thought it was like further questions. So I was like standing up from that and being like, yes, I would like to do this.
That's amazing.
So I went in lighter spirits. I was very happy going to the airport after that.
Yeah.
And felt really excited about it. And anytime I was like overthinking, like, oh my God, it's going to be so hot this weekend. I'm not going to finish this race. I'm like, but I'm a Cherry Blossom ambassador. So that's great.
Yay. And how did Berlin go for you?
Oh, it was so hot. And I didn't see Harry Styles. So it was a waste.
Well,
yeah. That is.
But it was very fun. It was flat, which I didn't expect. I don't know if I could have finished if it had hills, but it was really cool. Highly recommend. I would love to go to the city again, but cooler temperatures are required for me to do that again.
Absolutely. Like I feel like a lot of the majors have had really hot races the last couple of years, which has made it really tough for normal people to compete in. Like elites, they're still out there just destroying making world records or
They're
whatever.
unaffected.
But, yeah, exactly. But for us mortals down here on Earth, the heat is just, well, not for you, whatever. You can't comment on this one.
Very happily. Should I run the majors?
I think you just committed. I think you just committed to running a major. I'm gonna tell your husband. But yeah, no, I can only imagine how tough that was in Berlin. Like, yeah. But you finished, so that's good.
I did, yeah. I think I cried before, during, and after for that one. Yeah. I've never walked so much in a race, which I was shocked. I mean, I still PR'd my marathon, which it was my third. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Which I was surprised. I mean, compared to the first one, night and day difference in terms of training and preparedness.
Sure.
But I was still very surprised because I did New York the previous year.
Okay.
And that's really hilly.
Really hilly.
Like, way harder in my opinion. But the times were pretty close still. So I was happy about the PR. I knew I could have done a little bit better. And I kind of was disappointed to hear after that Harry Styles had done it. Not that we were remotely in the same starting lineup. I was not at all up in the first wave. But I did see the Pineapple Man, and I thought that was a cool celebrity sighting.
Yeah.
I just casually walked by.
I don't think I know about this. What's the Pineapple Man?
He runs marathons with a pineapple on his head.
Yeah.
That's like his whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
the juggling guy?
Yeah, I know the juggling guy.
Similar vibe.
I did not know that. I'll have to look for him.
Yeah. I think I took a really terribly zoomed in video of just like a pineapple in the crowd.
That's funny. I love that.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's really cool.
So much.
Yeah. As an ambassador, you have the spotlight. So is there anything that you are trying to have people know about you, about running, about Cherry Blossom, about DC, or anything? Do you have a goal for your ambassadorship?
Well, yes. I think first and foremost, to be as unbiased as possible, it is one of the most beautiful races ever. And
we allow bias for that one. Please be biased.
We'll say objectively and subjectively. It's the best.
It really is. And it's fairly flat compared to most races in this city, which I ran it for the first time last year. And I was so pleasantly surprised because for some reason, so many other races want to include a sneaky Rock Creek Park Hill or something in the city. And I'm like, we have other options, actually. This wasn't even necessary.
You went out of your way to hit this hill. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's pleasant all around. I mean, there's still the sneaky DC incline that always happens. But overall, I would say it's one of the most pleasant in terms of how difficult it might be. It's beautiful. It's stunning. The crowds are insane. There's so many people from out of town, but also local who come to support their loved ones or just come to watch. And I think DC also, our sense of humor is just very dry and witty, and it leads to incredible signs.
Yeah,
I love that. I think that's so fun. So I think besides that, I think when it's a lottery, people get a little bit nervous because, especially if it's your first race and you're entering into a lottery, you might be the only one out of your group of friends who gets in.
Yeah.
And then that's very daunting because you have no idea how races go, how early should you go, show up, all of these things that you find out kind of the hard way on your first race. And the Cherry Blossom race is so large but feels so small at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That it's not until you're in your different corrals and looking around oh my God, there's a lot of people here. And yet somehow we've all smushed together, but in an organized way.
Exactly.
It's really well done. It felt, I did it all by myself last year, and I felt just as happy as anyone who was there with their friends. It was a very welcoming community. Everyone was so nice and excited to be there.
Yeah.
Great outfits. Everyone looks good in pink. I mean,
it's true.
Yeah, exactly. I don't wear a lot of pink, but my race jersey has a nice pink sash on it. So, yeah.
Nice, tasteful.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I do wear a lot of pink.
You do.
And I love having a reason for Cherry Blossom to just really go. I think last year I had pink glitter literally head to toe.
Yeah.
Like in my hair, on my arms, like everywhere. It was
For how long did you have that glitter on you after you washed it off?
Oh, well, I did scrub it off, but glitter. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
For sure.
Yeah. Do you run with a local club, or like who's out there cheering for you on race day?
Sometimes I run with endorphins, and I know my fellow ambassador, Emily, does too. I also run a lot by myself, I think, just because it's hard for me to like commit to a schedule. Like it's so like in the morning or in the afternoon after work, I'm all over the place. And I think a lot of people are like that. I like to listen to like audiobooks and podcasts and things. Yeah. So I try and do a bit of both, and I'm trying to be more social with the running as well. But typically I run by myself through Rock Creek Park and then use that as my way to get down to the water and around the monuments if I'm doing like a longer run.
Yeah.
But on race day, I'm hoping my family, they live in Maryland, will come down. And if they don't run it themselves, then hopefully they'll come cheer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And probably force some friends to enter into the lottery as well.
Nice.
I love that.
Amazing.
And I think it's just so dedicated of you to be able to like go out and get your miles in. I like sort of need another person to be expecting me to show up. Otherwise, like
that accountability.
Yeah. So I think it's incredibly impressive that you can like get out and go get your miles in and train and do all that, like self-motivated. Amazing. But also one of the cool things about running, like you don't have to have it on a schedule. You can fit a run in
whenever.
Anytime you can get outside. It's great. Where's your favorite place to run?
I mean, Rock Creek Park is pretty awesome most of the time, I would say.
That's a good assessment. Yeah.
I also realized while I was training for the past couple marathons I did that I was getting pretty sick and tired of seeing the same trees. I'm starting to have like personal issues with particular trees because they like represented certain miles to me. And I'm like, if I'm starting to hate nature, like
in particular,
that's when I start switching it up. Because I'm like, if I have personal beef with a tree, like we've gone too far. Like this is getting a little insane. I'm just gonna go somewhere else. I also like the mall just because I'm biased from when I first started, and it is cool when it's not full of people, and the stop-start of the lights usually isn't my favor because I need a break.
Yeah, I love a crosswalk.
I'll happily wait. I see other people like kind of like look and they're like, "Oh, it's clear, I'll go," and I'm like, "It's illegal."
Safety first. Safety first.
Safety first. Yeah. No, I'm the opposite. If there's clear, I'm going. So,
That's respectful.
Yeah. I don't like to wait. But also part of that is just like I want to get the run done. So the longer I wait, the longer I'm out there.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah.
I am a very impatient runner. Like when I get to the end, I'm really bad at a cool down because I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. I'm going to run home as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Don't do what I do. It's not good for you. But I'm like,
that's how you get knee injuries.
What? Is that the reason?
That could be the reason.
But yeah, I'm like, I love a crosswalk, but I'm duality of the runner.
Yeah, same. And my warm-ups are just as bad. Sometimes they're the fastest mile I do, and I'm like, that's so not what my plan said.
Supposed to ease into this run.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But now it's over.
And now
we'll go next time.
So you are the second ambassador of the 4 that we are talking to, and I just wanted to know because I didn't think I asked it of your previous, the previous ambassador, Emily. Are you guys planning to do any like events together as ambassadors?
Yeah, we're certainly hoping so.
Exciting.
We definitely want to do runs together, and I'm sure highlighting the course and giving our own tips and tricks on how to get through certain parts of it. And we also are hoping together all of the people we know who run and do some sort of super fun club run, getting people to see each other, getting to know each other, and also be helpful when the lottery is finalized and everyone knows that they're going to be running, and then getting some training in, of course, because everyone wants to PR. I'm sure. So I certainly do this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. That sounds so fun. I'm really excited. Can you keep us in the loop and make sure we know when you're going to do that big fun run?
Yeah,
of course.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there for sure.
Where can people find you, your cherry blossom related stories? Where can people follow you and find out about these cool things?
I'm on Instagram, Katie_Dallimore, and I'm also on TikTok at Katie Dallimore. Nothing in between.
Awesome. Great.
Amazing.
Tune in. It's all really good content. I follow you.
I do too.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We love it.
I absolutely love it. Yeah. Any last words before we sign off for the day?
Remember to stretch.
Yes.
And
look at that.
Wow, yes.
And do your cool downs properly.
That one's for you.
That was. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I sprint through the end too.
I need it. Now I'm going to have Katie's voice in my head. Slow down, girly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out and talking to us and sharing your story. We really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm glad you guys are doing this. This is very cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
They're very natural.
Yes. We have a good time. It helps that we're all like friends.
Exactly. Yeah. It makes it easier.
Well, we appreciate everybody for listening. Please follow us on Spotify and everywhere that you can get podcasts, and follow us on YouTube. We would love it if you would like and subscribe, because that is super helpful for us. If you have any ideas for new episodes, suggestions, thoughts, comments, please drop us an email at blossombanterpodcast@gmail.com.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.